We just got dropped off by our Uber at the airport, and the Uber driver was like, "Have a nice flight." Taylor said, "You too." We're at the airport. Wait, where the fuck did we go? Okay, you're right. American. So I feel like you dressed properly for a flight. I'm wearing jeans.
I'm ready. It's a long flight. I brought a blanket.
I know. We got little airplane kits that have like face masks or eye masks and all that, neck pillows. Okay.
They took my bag.
we tried so hard to fit everything onto our carry-ons, and they said the plane was full, so we got them checked for free at least.
You know.
That was our bags. Left without us.
Makes me nervous.
I want you guys to take note of what she just said. She said, "Makes me nervous," and this will make a little bit more sense later. But we specifically brought carry-on only luggage because we didn't want to worry about checking in any luggage. And the flight was full, so they made us check in. They made us check our bags, and this was some subtle foreshadowing that I didn't even realize happened until later in the video, as you'll see. But just note that Taylor said this made her nervous already. All right, mission success. We made it on the plane. So this is where things kind of started to go downhill. We landed in Chicago, which is where our layover was, on time, but we just sat at the runway. And you can see my watch there said 6:14. Our connecting flight started boarding at 6. So more on this later, I'll talk about it eventually, but we get off the flight, finally, we're super late, and we just start running. And the Chicago airport is big, so we were running and running and running, and we nonstop ran to our next terminal, like where our connecting flight was, and I thought we might make it, and finally we get there, and you just see the screen right there. It says flight closed, and I was like, all right, well, that sucks. That's pretty unfortunate. We missed our flight. After talking with them for a little bit, which again, I'll talk more about this later, they ended up opening all of the doors, and like the plane was sealed shut, and they opened everything and let us on, which was very cool. They say the plane had maintenance issues. It had nothing to do with us running. I'm going to take credit for running. We finally made it on our flight, took off, landed in Boston, which was our end destination, and emotions were good. But we're like we thought we missed our flight. We didn't. Everything was great. We finally touched down in Boston, but then things start to go downhill again, as you'll see. We made it to Boston, and our bags did not make it to Boston. More on that later, but we gotta figure some things out real quick. Okay, well, so many emotions happened in the past couple of hours. Let's start with the positives. Safe and sound, travel-wise, we made it, we're here, we're alive, that's a plus. The downsides is that we are here without our luggage. We have our carry-on. And before we get into this, I want to preface it with very crucial information here. I usually, 50% of the time I'll check luggage in, 50% of the time I'll just pack it in a carry-on. Taylor is very, what's the word, Taylor? Like paranoid, or just like...
Cautious?
Cautious. Maybe that's a better word. Taylor's very cautious, and she knows that there can be issues with luggage, so she's always 100% of the time carry-on only. Whenever we travel together, I'm always carry-on only as well, just because it makes it easier. And I think even like I don't travel much, but the past few times I've traveled, it's carry-on only. So I wanted to preface that by saying Taylor has this, what's the word you used? Cautious. She's very cautious about luggage and not checking in bags because she doesn't want anything to happen to them. Very valid. I left out a key piece of information. The whole reason I started prefacing the story with this is, so we traveled with only carry-ons, but when we get to the gate, they said that our flight was full and there was no room on the plane left for baggage, like personal belongings, so they forced us to check our bags anyway. It was free of charge, which was nice, I guess, but after going through all of that to specifically not have to check in bags because we didn't want the risk of checking in bags, we still had to check our bags. So I forgot to add that context to this story. So we had to check our bags, even though we specifically brought carry-on to not check our bags. That makes sense, right? I'm tired. Long story short, they lost our bags, and I
didn't lose them.
Okay, I was gonna say they didn't. We got to backtrack a little bit. Let me set this down. Oh,
That's where our bags would go.
yeah, that's where our bags would go. There's really I need vlog lighting, man.
Put it behind the camera.
Look at you, you're like a professional.
So that it pointed at
Well,
you.
it doesn't point.
Oh, it doesn't?
No, I thought the same thing. Don't break it. That looks fine, kinda. I can hold it. Let me see. That's good. I mean, it's like a boom mic, but it's this giant hotel light. Oh, that's good right there. Okay.
I'm on the edge.
I know. I'm hangry. We have food.
No, I'm on the edge of the bed.
Oh, you're on the physical edge. I'm on the mental edge. The last thing we saw was Taylor running through an airport.
You filmed
I knew that you were not in the mood, so I didn't
running
film.
like this, like...
I didn't film too much of it because I didn't know if you were in the mood for that.
Literally.
But that's sort of the last thing that I filmed, and
I don't want to see it.
obviously, if you're late to an airport and you missed your flight because you're late, that's on you and you're an idiot. Our first flight from Sacramento to, because we had a layover in Chicago. Our first flight from Sacramento to Chicago, we got there, an hour and a half early. Everything was fine, all on time, early. We land, our flight, departs at time, it lands 5 minutes early, it's an on-time flight, and we're just sitting on the runway for 10 minutes. Okay, we're sitting on the runway for a couple minutes, then the pilot talks over the intercom and said that our gate was full, so it's gonna be like a 10-minute delay.
20.
He said 20 off the bat?
Yeah.
Oh, 20-minute delay.
Or you did. Someone told me 20.
Maybe I said 20-minute delay. Someone said 20-minute delay, apparently.
And it was more than 20.
It was much more than 20. And we only had a 40-minute interval. We booked our flight. End goal is where we are now, which is Boston. It gave us a 40-minute layover in Chicago. So we're like, okay, 20 minutes. That'll be cutting it close, because Chicago's a big airport, too. So we didn't know where the terminal was and all that. So we're like, okay, we'll stay here for 20 minutes, get to our gate, we'll have 10 minutes to run to this gate before our flight boards. We were on the tarmac, or whatever it's called, the runway, for, 30 minutes? 30, 45, before we're actually off the plane. Our next plane started boarding at 6, and we didn't even get off the first plane until 6:30 something? 6:25? Well after 6.
Like 6:30, because it said that they were going to stop boarding 15 minutes before it took off.
Oh, right.
It's going to depart at 6:35. And
So
I had a
6:20.
timer set on my phone, and we had 2 minutes when we were still sitting.
Yeah, so we sort of accepted that we were going to miss that flight.
I didn't.
You were no, you cannot even say that.
I didn't accept it.
This whole time Taylor was
I was
like,
just complaining.
This whole time, no, you cannot,
not
you
accepting.
cannot, no, the definition of accepted it. I was like, she was checking it, and I was like, maybe they're gonna wait for us, they can see that our flight was delayed. She's like, no, they're not gonna wait, we missed our flight. And I was like,
They wouldn't wait for us.
but they did.
No, they didn't. They had a maintenance problem.
Okay, anyway.
The girl made it very clear they didn't wait for us.
Yeah, she did make it very clear that it had nothing to do with us. We get off our flight from the one that got us there late, and we ran. If you know the Chicago airport, it's a big airport. Luckily, we were close-ish. I'd
No,
say
we weren't.
like a mile.
I couldn't breathe. I had to stop 3 times.
We moved by light. Oops. We ran, and we ran nonstop from the second we got out of the plane to the next gate. And I thought we were good, but I get to the end, and I think you can even see it on camera. It says boarding closed, flight missed, essentially. And I was like, God damn it, that's unfortunate. And then I talked to the lady there, and I was like, I literally said, damn, did we miss it? And she's like, yes. I was like, okay, can you give me something else other than that? But then the guy next to her was like, hold on, give me a second. Everyone has their bad days, so no judgment towards her. But she didn't seem like she was in the mood to help. She was just like, you're done. The guy was like, give me a second, let me do some stuff. He was cool, and he was helpful. He said that I had barely made the cutoff. She said I had nothing to do with it, and the plane was stalled for maintenance. So I'm gonna go with the guy's story here, so I can have my moment that my running was worth it. But he did.
I think it helped.
He did unlock the gate for it was the plane had been sealed off, and he unlocked everything.
And she gave away our seats.
Yeah, she gave away our seats, which also, I don't know. Airports, it's all weird to me. Where I'm going with this is we barely, I've been cutting it close on flights before. That was the closest I've ever come by far. We barely made it on that plane. We were the last 2 people on, and We're getting the death glares from everyone on the plane, but it wasn't our fault. We get on our plane, emotions are high. We're like, you know what, we did it. We don't have to sit at the airport for a couple hours until the next flight. Like, whew, super good, super happy. We land, and when I get service, I turn my phone on and I check my email, and then it says like, your bags have been delayed. And that's when it sort of clicked in my head that we sprinted to our plane. Our bags can't sprint, so our bags clearly are gonna be on the next flight to Boston, which I think was 2.5 or 3 hours later. I don't doubt you can see my watch. It's 11:36 right now, and I think that flight landed at 12:30, he said? 12:30 or 1 or something?
I don't know, but he said the bags wouldn't be there until like 12:30 or something.
Okay. Again, I don't want it to seem like overly dramatic because there's some material things, but like.
Oh, but it's dramatic.
But it is everything, and maybe more so for Taylor than me. It's like, it's all toiletries, clothes, everything. We're in nasty airport clothes.
It took me like a year to buy myself clothes. And
Yeah.
they're in that suitcase.
Okay, right. I understand the frustration.
My only 2 pairs of tennis shoes are in that suitcase.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, you have your little
My
slides. Huh?
electric toothbrush that I spent a day and a half researching before I actually selected and
Taylor
ordered
does her
one.
due diligence when it comes to buying things. No, it sucks. It for sure sucks. So we talked to the baggage claim people at the airport, kind of asking how the whole process works, because we've never had this happen before, because we usually carry on luggage for that exact reason. He's like, oh yeah, like, we have a concierge service that'll deliver it to you. And I was like, oh cool, like, tonight? And he's like, oh no. I was like, oh, okay.
We don't need to brush our teeth tonight.
Yeah, he's like, we can just bring it to your house. And I was like, well, believe it or not, we don't live here. We're on a trip.
Yeah, I was like, I have no clothes. This is the only thing I have is what you see.
Yeah, so their concierge service starts at 8 a.m., but I'm assuming based on how much luggage they have to deliver that it can come at any point throughout the next day. So not the end of the world. I am acknowledging that they offer this free service. It's just not optimal. He also said that if we like got an Uber or anything, like a person to go pick up that luggage, that he'll hand it off to whoever as long as we tell him that's okay. So now we're kind of going back and forth, and like the Uber here was like $100, so it's not cheap. I don't know how much it is to like Uber a package. I think it's a little bit less. So now we're kind of going back and forth. I was like, is it worth Ubering our stuff to us? Because also if our stuff gets to us at noon tomorrow, that's gonna set our schedule back because Taylor has to get ready and everything. So we're kind of trying to weigh out the pros and cons of that, which sucks. But it was like almost missed our flight and didn't, and we were like so stoked on it, and then our luggage is on the flight that we would have been on had we missed our flight.
I keep looking at the light, so
I know.
I see me making any faces. It's just because I'm looking at the light.
This light?
Yeah.
So that's kind of where we're at now. We're also hangry. We Ubered or Postmates and DoorDashed food because everything here is closed. Everything here closed at 11. We got here like 11:10. So we have some food coming that actually looks really good. This is both of our first time in Massachusetts. I was gonna say in Boston, but Massachusetts in general. Oh, I didn't even say why we're here. Fingerboarding. We're here for Fingerboard-Con and a couple other events this weekend. Yeah, I figured I just wanted to give you guys an update, but show you our food when it gets here because I'm excited for that. Let me just move my light here. It's good lighting though. Like if I was, oh, that's like a kind of a horror story vibe.
I don't think that's great.
Yeah, maybe not. All right, the food arrived. The silver lining. We got ourselves a pizza. Honestly, I don't even remember what I got. Some sort of sandwich, and Taylor got a sandwich and some dessert stuff. I'm on hold with the baggage claim people.
Dessert.
What is that?
Dessert.
What is it?
I don't know.
Oh, it's just dessert.
Like a brownie cookie caramel.
It looks good. Oh, my hair is crazy. Okay. What is this? Oh, mac salad.
Yes.
All right.
Dang, you didn't ask for ranch.
I thought we did ask for ranch. Oh, I got ranch on my sandwich.
We don't have napkins.
No, we don't really have anything together. We don't have luggage. We have happiness and we have love. I know.
Credit point.
It's not an ample sized table. Are you grabbing like toilet? Okay, yeah. Only the finest linens.
Merchant baggage. Thanks for holding. How can I help?
Hey, yeah, I think I talked to you earlier. Our bags were delayed on a trip from Chicago, and we were talking about possibly having an Uber come pick them up or something.
Okay.
I wanted to ask you, I'm assuming the Uber can't get out of the car if they're at the drop-off area. Is someone able to bring the bags out to them, or how could that work if we wanted someone to pick them up?
I'm willing to take the bags to the Uber driver. I just need his information.
Okay.
I'll take the back to him.
Okay, perfect. I'll go ahead and order the Uber there then. And should I call back and give you his information, or should I give him your phone number? What's the best way to do that?
You can give him this phone number.
Okay.
you can call me, so I'll know where he at, and I'll take the bag to him.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Sure, you're welcome.
Okay, bye. Can I try some?
My stomach's gonna hurt so bad after this. It honestly started to hurt when I was just looking at the menu.
It looks good though.
There were so many fried things on there that I wanted to get. But I was like, it's day one.
This is good. We kind of decided that we're gonna bite the bullet and get our stuff tonight.
You decided. That's okay.
I did. Well,
I told
should I
you,
not?
No, I told you to use your
No.
best judgment.
My judgment has been used. I just feel like we should.
Get it?
Yeah.
I kind of think so too.
It's just less hassle and it's done. It'll be here. We can sort of settle in
We
then.
can plan whatever we want to do.
Yeah.
Damn, that's just like a fucking pocket of meat.
I know. I've been trying to open this whole time.
Oh yeah, I didn't show the camera my food. I just started
I'm
eating.
showing the camera my food. It actually, the lighting isn't very flattering, but it does look really good. Yeah.
It's a good sandwich. Our meat looks the same though, and they kind of advertised it as different. That's why I picked mine, not yours.
What is yours?
It was supposed to be steak, and yours was like ground up hamburger meat. They look the same.
They definitely do look the same. All right, I guess we're not a mukbang channel yet. We haven't evolved that far, so we're gonna eat this in peace and privacy and schedule that whole package delivery. Not package, it's our luggage. It's our belongings. I'll see you guys after that. Guess what time it is? Dude, I look so tired. Our bags are here. For Garrett, the bags. Okay. Yes, there they are. Perfect. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Great. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Drive safe. Oh, yes. It is good to see you guys. It's been a while. Oh, I showered already, but I put back on my dirty airport clothes. I'm probably gonna rinse off again and finally get to brush my teeth and be done with this day. Oh, instantly, I feel much better. Although I'm definitely drained and tired. We are 3 hours. We're on the East Coast, so we're 3 hours ahead. So it's what, 11, 12? No, it's 10, 11, 12, 1. It's only 10:45. I shouldn't be this tired. I go to sleep early, regardless. Anyway, I guess I've mentioned it in some of the previous videos, but I didn't even really say why why we're here. This day sort of just went everywhere, and it was a little overwhelming before I even got to like say what's going on. Taylor and I, who's brushing her teeth right now because she can do that now because we got luggage, are going to we're in Boston for Fingerboard Con, which is crazy to think about because I think the last time we traveled was also for the Black River event in Chicago. It's kind of, I don't know if ironic's the word or whatnot, but I travel more for fingerboarding than I do skating, which is, I think that's sick. I think a lot of people think that I'm new to the whole fingerboard world. I've been doing this shit for over a decade now. Some of my most viewed videos on YouTube when I was first starting out was all fingerboard related. Definitely like ebbs and flows as with everything, but sort of always been my like off-camera hobby in terms of like actual fingerboarding, and then making obstacles was always just like a me and my homies thing, never really publicly online. Until recently, when obviously it's turned into like a huge part of my life and my career at this point, which is it's so cool to me. I guess for a little bit of backstory, which I'll probably tell when I have more left in my brain because I'm just so fried right now, but there's this event, Fingerboard Con. There's a couple other events the same weekend and in the same area that we're going to be going to as well. But when tickets first came on sale, came on sale? Is that right? When you could first get tickets, I was still like not, I don't know if established is the right word. I don't know if I'd consider myself established yet, but my obstacles weren't my fingerboard obstacles weren't the quality that I was comfortable with selling. Like I was still very new to it all. And I was thinking to myself like, oh, like maybe next year once I know what I'm doing a little bit more in terms of actually making obstacles. And then, I mean, over the next couple of months, it really took off and I started becoming very proud of my work. And I think I progressed a lot and I've been getting more into, fingerboarding as well, both on content is just, I'm sorry, I'm so out of it. I can't even talk. Long story short, by the time I was like, you know what, let's fucking do it. Let's do Fingerboard Con. It sold out. And I was like, okay, you know what, we'll make it happen next year. And then the homie Clayton from Slush Cult hit me up, was like, yo, I just got you and your girlfriend on a list. And I was like, we're there. So Clayton, if you're watching this, thank you very much. I think we're actually linking up with him and some of the other homies tomorrow as well. But that's why we're here. And then also, so it's in Massachusetts. Taylor and I have never been to Massachusetts, and Fingerboard Con's only like one day. There's an event Saturday as well. There's Long story short, we're here for much longer than just the events, just because we want to actually explore and be tourists a little bit. We're gonna have a couple of touristy days in Boston, and just see what's kind of around the area here. Oh, I'm dwindling, I'm fading. I feel so dehydrated for some reason too. I don't drink enough water when I'm traveling all day. Thing that gets you up to date with everything, with where we're at. So I'm gonna do my best to just film everything. Ooh, that's a lot of leg there. I mentioned in one of my previous videos that I'm just trying to get back into filming, you know, just filming everything and just documenting. Yeah, honestly, I'm just gonna go to sleep. I'll see you guys next video. This should be a fun little under a week that we have here. I'm gonna film everything, so catch you next video. Good night.